I snort. That's what I get. They're all going, what? It doesn't work. What? What? Oh, it's so mean. Hi. Hi. Greetings, there, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank26 Ubi Tubies. It is the 15th of February, 2026. I greet you with agape love on the Lord's Day this Sunday. It's good to be with all of you. God bless you all. We are KTFalways.com, which stands for Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. Before we do anything, we always go to God in prayer. Will you join me? Abba. Hi. Hello, Father. Oh, your clouds are so beautiful. By the blood of your Son, Jesus, my Lord, my Savior, I run to you. As I always enjoy being with you. It's interesting, you've always been with me, but I've not always been with you. Thank you for not abandoning me. Thanks for not leaving me behind. Thanks for not giving up on me. I appreciate you. And I enjoy getting to know you. I'm doing that by reading your word. It's interesting, Father, every time I read your word, sometimes I read it again. And it always sounds different. Your word is almost like a three-dimensional structure. Like, for example, your very first words covered all three. It covered all the three things that caused you to say I am. You talked about time, space, and infinity, godliness, you. And you said in the beginning. That was time. The earth was that was matter without form, and that was a place. It's interesting, Father, the things that we study in the field of science. You told us right away in the very first words that you spoke to us. In the beginning, the earth was time, space, and the physical world that we live in. I love to read your word because I learn something different from it every time. And like a three-dimensional drawing, every time I read it, it tells me something different. Thank you for the things you told me about our investment today. I'm very grateful to you. I'm excited to share it. As always, give me the discipline that I need. Help me to deliver this message the way you want me to. Although it has my flavor, but it is to honor and glorify you, not me or anyone else. I pray for the sick. They're scared. I pray for the elderly. They're scared. I pray for the widows that by themselves that are scared. I pray for your children that are teaching the word, the missionaries around the world that are scared because Satan doesn't want them to do that. But they walk in your light and there is no fear. And that's what your word taught us. I pray for their strength. I pray for your will to be done and for your son to come back. Give me the strength. Let's row. In the name of your son Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, I pray, amen. 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 Greetings, family. Hey, Jan, get a hold of Pastor Kendall and tell him that he's got to keep an eye on me. We're going to try to finish by 5, but keep an eye. We're here to study the Iraqi Dinar. Everything that I say to you is just in my opinion, okay? This is your report. What time is it? It's 3:41. I think you can see there it says 333. It was non-ending today. It was a perpetual movement. Of course, there's no such thing as a perpetual movement, but it sure didn't want to end. I'm 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 pausing it. I'm causing it to stop because I want to talk to you. So this just came in, this last part, and let's go back and see where we're going to start today. Every time that we start, I show you what we're going to study. And every time that I show you is a lot. And today, I share all of it with you today. When we finish the study of the Iraqi dinar, bye-bye. And then I come right back. You talk about a powerful bank story. And it's a follow-up. They called him. Oh, you're going to love the bank story. But for those that don't like bank stories, we stop. Y'all take care of yourselves, okay? For those that like bank stories, we start the second UB2B and you'll hear it. This is a lot. Almost every UB2B, I tell you stuff that you don't know about. Today, what's the title of your UB2B? Trump. But you don't know yet, do you? You will by the end of today's UB2B. No, I'm not going to talk to you about Zimbabwe. I look at what they talk to you about. Oh my goodness. I hope Pastor Kendall's not upset with me today. There's so much. I'll read this. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Oh my word. This is only today at 11 in the morning. I'll read fast. Boom. So last night we left off with this report right here, and we told you, we said that Maliki's walking around the streets with guns, pretending he's a tough guy late at night. Alrighty. How about if we pick up right past that? Yeah, let's pick up right around 2 o'clock in the morning today. And in our conversation, then they responded. They said also the CBI is talking about starting a small trader market. This is interesting, but I don't think they're going to do this. They talked about this, like 6 months ago, but I think about starting a small trader market. They wanted to start a small trader market in the market. They talked about this starting a small trader market to deal with the smaller ones that sell in dollars, but they won't go away. They won't go to the black market, but they have a small one where they can come and get a better effective rate. Separate and be small class. So they were just trying to create a market within the market. Isn't that crazy? A market within the market to try to control the profiteers. Continuing. This is on the television. Remember, we talked about this deal earlier, Frank? It was the Patriotic Union that revealed an agreement between the Kurdish party regarding the presidential candidate. We feel that we have the president. We feel that it's ready to come out. Let's see what happens. Yes, I do. I, uh, yes, I do remember that, gentlemen, and I find it to be a good thing because we have the presidents. We have the ones that we need. Well, what do you think about Ramadan? And then I told you just a little bit about this yesterday, so I'll finish it up, overlap it. Well, look at this. They say, look at this. Back in 1991, they revalued at the start of Ramadan. Read this, Frank. This is what we found out so far. By the way, you're right. You're right. You got it. What I expressed to them. Basically, the revaluation happened just before Ramadan in Kuwait. That was the starting of the year, but it wasn't like a deliberate thing to do. It wasn't like they were saying, "Let's do this because it's Ramadan." No, it wasn't that kind of a thing. The timing was more about stabilizing the dinar after the Gulf War, and Ramadan just happened to overlap a little bit. That's all. So, is Ramadan an important factor of when they're going to come out with the new rate? Not really. No, it would be nice to have it before it. Oh yeah. Continuing. But Frank, it's interesting. They're tracking those historical details. They're keeping things in perspective, is what we think. In other words, yeah, Ramadan can play an important part, but it's not necessarily the important part. So this can happen at any time. Yeah, okay. So there's my point. So, in all honesty, this can happen at any time, the monetary reform. Sudani's on television today and he says this. He says, we will send the picture. Oh, no. And, oh, okay. Sudani's on television and he is saying this, and we will send you the pictures on the articles that are off of the television. The headline translation was the Prime Minister directs the continuing implementation of the Asakuda system. Mm. Sudani, you came out and you told the Iraqi citizens that the Asakuda system is still moving forward. Yes. Well, the Asakuda system is basically the definition of the monetary reform. To add value to the currency. Uh-huh. Have private accounts. Uh-huh. Give out the lower notes. Uh-huh. Yeah, the Asakuda system. Hmm. Frank, note the Asakuda is a UN developed automated custom data system used to modernize and digitalize custom operations. All of this is part of our monetary reform. They are showing us the Asakuda system, the automated system, because it is part of our custom data system right now that we're going to be using to modernize the dinar. Remember, they talked to us about those two words? That's what they're talking about right now. Here's a picture of him with the custom operations. Yay. Continuing. Let's go to 7:30 last night. I thought we were at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're not. So we're still at 7:30 in the evening late last night. Continuing. Now here's Sudani on television again, and he's saying the following. These are the headlines in Arabic, and we're going to translate it now for you, Frank. The translation says, Al Sudani directs the elimination of the government's share of goods storage fees at the port. What? Sudani said, stop charging fees to store goods and things at the port. Well, that okay. Our protesting must have affected you, Sudani, huh? Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you that this directive essentially removes the government's portions of the fees charged for storing goods in Iraq's ports. In particular terms, this signals a number of things. This is good, Frank, because with Sudani doing this, he must have got this idea from you guys. It's going to, number one, lower the cost for imports. Number two, it is a push for streamlined port operations. Number three, it is an attempt to reduce bottleneck and corruption, profiteering. And number four, it is a move that could support trade and lower the and lower the consumers' prices. Yeah, yeah, very good. And I agree. I don't think the Sudani came up with this idea all by himself. Continuing, it fits the border pattern of Sudani trying to show, quote, economic reform momentum, unquote, through administrative fee cuts and port related decisions. Yeah, but guess what else it does, gentlemen? What, Frank? It also shows the monetary reform momentum because without the monetary reform momentum, you are not going to have the economic reform momentum. The contests from this image that we've sent you cover numerous things. Number one, the setting is a formal government meeting. Number two, Iraqi flags and state emblems behind Sudani, which makes this rather official. Number three, the broadcast is from Al Samiria television. And number four, it was done yesterday on the 14th, which means that this is contemporary. Now, oh shoot. Oh man, it just threw up on me. I got you. Uh, oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. The momentum. Yay. Okay. Showed you the date. And there he is again with the reports that they send me about him. Then I respond, that's wonderful evidence. That's wonderful evidence of the economic reform. Now show us the wonderful evidence of the monetary reform with the new exchange rate, please. Thank you very much. Okay, Frank. Now we are at 9:30 last night. The following report. Television is talking about this new training. It's new to us, Frank, but they gave us these letters for it. You can pronounce it, but we're going to call it the ATHQADA. I'll say it one more time. ATHQADA training sessions over in Iraq. They're taking place at the Bismaya Training Center. They're covering everything from urban combat tactics to medical assistance. So this is pretty thorough. It's important. I mean, look at this, Frank. They're covering many subjects on how Iraqi citizens should go about their lives, how to fight back, how to heal? I have never heard of this training session. No, I've never heard of it. But it's interesting. It's like getting you ready to grow up on your own. Continuing. On the television, the speaker has asked the courts to step in. What? Oh, we have this on the television. The courts have, the Speaker of the House has asked the courts to step in now. And we talked about this yesterday. Remember, today it's happening. Well, today we talked about it yesterday, and remember, and so, but today it is happening. It is from the federal Supreme Court. It is the Speaker of Iraq Parliament formally asked. Look at that. Didn't we tell you, family? Don't worry. Let the smoke clear. They're going to be able to supersede, override. And I use the word supersede and override so you can remember. They're going to tell the jerks in Parliament, forget you. Forget you. We don't need you. What's up? Yeah, I have to stop. Okay, so I'll wait until you finish. Our producer wants to make a change here. Hold on. Well, you won't know until you get back in, so I'm going to continue. This is on the television. The speaker has now asked the courts. And if you remember, look at your notes. We told you we're hoping that the courts will come in, supersede, intervene, override, squash these troublemakers that don't want to get this government formed, right? Remember? And we told you yesterday that the courts were ready to interfere. Well, look what it says. On the television today, the speaker has asked the courts to step in now. We talked about this yesterday, and then today it is happening. Mandal al Mashadadin of the federal Supreme Court, the Speaker of the Iraqi Parliament, formally asked the federal Supreme Court to inter, excuse me. They asked the court to interpret Article 72 second B of the Constitution. That article deals with first of all, two important things, Frank. Number one, how long the president of the republic stays in office. Interesting question. Maybe the president as you have right now still has a little time on his card. Number two, when the president must be elected as a president. So those two things they decided to look at a little closer. What does it mean? What does it mean? This isn't a casual request. When the speaker asks the court, listen carefully. When the speaker asks the court to interpret a constitutional article, it usually signifies one of four things. One, a legal dispute or an ambiguity about timelines. Two, a political deadlock around electing a new president. Three, a need for the court to clarify whether the current president continues until a successor is elected. My bad. And number four, pressure building inside of parliament to move forward. Well, you know what? I think all four of these qualify to why this is happening. Doggone it. Enough. It's just a simple thing. Get the president out, vote on him, get the government set. But nah. Oh, we thought we had. No, we don't. Okay, we got him, but we changed our mind. You know what? We didn't change our mind, but the guy that we put in, we're gonna decide to go with another guy. You just shut up. You know what? Don't pick nothing. Let the courts do it. No, too late. The key phrase, continuing. The key phrase, continuity of the duties of the president. Now, this is the heart of the issue. This is the heart of the issue. So let's find out about the president that we got right now. And these are the points that they came up with. Number one, there may be disagreement about whether the current president's term has effectively expired. What? Number two, Parliament may be unsure whether it can delay the president's vote. Okay. Parliament doesn't know what they are, what they're doing. You tell them to pick their nose and you know they're going to pick their butt. You're stupid. Television is also showing Channel 8 and the Kurdistan region that they are saying that all the salary payments from now on would be digital. Excuse me? Kurdistan just said that for them in their area, their ballpark, their neighborhood, all payments from now on are going to become digital. All of them, all the digital channel. I know. Channel 8, yeah. Kurdistan, yeah. All salary payments are going to be digital. All of them from now on, yeah. Hey Maliki, what? How is Iran going to steal digits? Tolls. They're not. Oh. TV was also talking about this one. TV was also talking about this is one of the requirements. This is one of the requirements. Going digital. Told you. This was one of the requirements by the IMF and also by the World Bank to meet international standards in order for them to leave. And it's another sign and that the monetary reforms are moving ahead and meeting with international standards. Darn right it is. Darn right it is. You better believe it is a good sign that that's what we're doing. Continuing. Then I respond. You know something, Omar? What? This is what I was hoping for, especially when you brought it up yesterday. Maybe the courts can save us from the political mess that Maliki and his people are trying to create. All we needed is a third president, and the Kurds are willing to give it, but nobody wants to sit down and vote about it, and it's just ridiculous. So, like we have projected, like we had suggested, like we had hoped that maybe the courts could intervene, get involved, and say, "Stop the nonsense. Let's move forward." And now maybe they're looking at the president that they have might be satisfactory. Maybe his term has not run out. Whatever the case is, this is what I was hoping for something that would overrule, that would overturn this delay. Something that would supersede the stupid Iranian politicians in your country. Something that would supersede the stupid Iranian politicians in your country. Yes, this is very good. I also love that they are bragging that your salary will be digital. Oh my goodness. Talk about protecting your money. And it will only be given to the Iraqi citizens through their accounts at the banks that excuse me, at the Iraqi banks, only be given you through the accounts that they open, that they established for you Iraqi citizens at your Iraqi banks. Wow. That's why they established and opened these accounts, because they knew that nobody, because that's why they opened and established these accounts for you Iraqi citizens, because they knew that everybody was going to come in and oh, because they knew that not they knew that not everyone. Come on, get it right, Frank. Come on, because they knew that not everybody was going to come in and open them. That's why they opened these accounts for you. This was the only way that they were going to be able to get paid, the only way they were going to get their salaries, the only way they were going to get the HCLs. And just like you said, Omar, this is another loud indication that the monetary reform process is moving forward. They will pay you digitally, and protecting it in your account is part of the security and stability for your new rate for the lower notes instead of being physical. They want you to become a cashless society. That's part of your monetary reform. That's part of the Asakura. Another fantastic day of powerful monetary reform information. These are definitely IMF requirements because the IMF wants you to go international. They want you to go and float your currency. They want the dinar to gain value outside of your country because they know inside you are already set. Inside your country, you are already set to at least be 1 to 1 with the American dollar when they finally release the new rate and the lower notes. Wow, we didn't get a vote this Sunday, but we sure got a lot of information about the monetary reform today, didn't we? Continuing. Okay. We're happy, Frank, because the federal courts are not going to get involved, which is what I predicted. I tell them, yeah, it is my hope that they push the monetary reform to the next level. We hope the CF didn't try Maliki because that will not pass the vote and go on and just like the president position. Yeah, no, 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 no. They don't want Maliki. Nobody wants Maliki. You know who wants Maliki? You know who wants Maliki? Maliki. That's it. And he's spending all of his money, all of his whatever he's got left to make his name still be thrown out there. Continuing. Gentlemen, I honestly believe that we are causing what you are seeing right now in your country. What? I honestly believe that we are causing what you are seeing in your country. America, or I should say Donald Trump, he doesn't want to waste any more time. That's why your courts are going to overrule the stupidity of the CF. Let's see what happens. They respond. We strongly feel like once the president is named, once the coordination framework is done messing around with Maliki and they vote him in, then the vote will be against Maliki. And then it will be at the same time withdraw him. Iran's putting a lot of pressure on the coordination framework to put him in right now. They just had one of the leaders back over here from Iran and met with the coordination framework. So they're going to try to get Maliki to be ready to be announced. We're going to announce Maliki, they say, and then we're going to vote. It won't do any good. It's not going to pass. They will be blocked. And the vote, they'll block it. And then this is going to go on and on and on. It's going to tie things up in the federal courts until it's over and done with. It's going to get drawn out because because Iran is pushing the coordinated framework to put Maliki in after their last hopes. So expect Maliki to be nominated just before. It was like we warned you. It was going to be a long, drawn out process. Yeah, okay, fine and dandy. But I also told you the president of the United States of America is dealing with this. Continuing, I understand that. I understand. I understand that it can be long and drawn up, but you don't understand. uh, I I understand that it can be a drawn out process. But gentlemen, for some reason, you keep forgetting that we are there. We are in the process. We are in the process of your reforms. You think that we're going to let this thing draw itself out longer? You think that we're going to let them affect us in any way? If they nominate Maliki, they can nominate the man on the moon, gentlemen. It's going to do them. It isn't going to do them any good. And as far as you telling me that Iran is pushing the CF to put Maliki in, do you realize that we right now have destroyed Iran? Iran is at the table with the United States of America president team right now, and they are begging for their lives right now. And you're worried about these cockroaches? I understand paranoia, but you got to stop this. For your own sake, you got to stop this. But you got to stop it. We are there. We are there in Iraq for one purpose, and that is to remove Maliki and to remove the terrorism so that you can have security and stability to bring forth the new exchange rate. Gentlemen, you can show me all types of articles that are negative. You can show me all types of articles that are negative. But here, let me show you an article that is telling you what the United States of America is doing with Kurdistan. We have the third president. We know what we want. We don't care about the vote. And as far as Maliki, you can put him in all you want, and then we'll just flush him down the toilet. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Then I gave him this post number 18. We'll find this in the final article thread. It's a very nice long article that explains what we are doing there in Iraq. Then they send back and they say, but Mr. Frank, we're not being negative. Okay. We're not being negative. We're just telling you what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. We've been here. It's been done before. It's all going to work out, we know, but it's going to take some time. And now this article about this guy, this is the fourth guy that they have made like that, like they come up with somebody, and we have to wait and see. Okay, is he going to be nominated? Is he going to be the president for the CF? It's ridiculous. Or are they going to nominate Maliki? And are we going to have a deadlock and then go through the whole process of removing him? It's not us being negative. It's just speaking the truth. Guys, I'm sorry, you are being negative. And I know you're speaking the truth, but the truth should defeat your negativity. It should defeat it, and you know that. The framework is backed by Iran. Yeah. And you think Iran has any power? I mean, they're at the table right now with us, begging for their lives. The framework is backed by Iran, and they are pushing Maliki, and that's the last hope. So just be prepared. Maliki will be the candidate. He will not pass. He will not have enough votes. Send it to keep it going on and on and on. Then the federal courts will have to get involved in it. But we're not being negative. Okay, you're not being negative, but you got to just let go of that. When you pick your nose, you don't keep it. You get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Send it. Could have used a better example. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Oh, you can still see me, huh? Maliki will be the candidate. You will not pass. We're not assuming the federal courts will get involved in it, but we're not being negative. We're just saying, be prepared, Frank, for what is getting ready to happen. When the president is announced, the framework is going to announce Maliki as a candidate, and then they're going to have a lot of turmoil and the voting and so forth and so forth. So yeah, it could they could try to block it. It could be a long process, but and also, it could be that your president puts his foot down, and that's the end of all that negativity. It's just that I want you to be prepared for when he will be nominated, and it's going to be a drawn out solution, but he won't get voted in, and that's a good thing. As much as you want to be positive, you still got a little negative feeling, which I respect. I love you guys. Then I respond. Copy that, gentlemen. I understand what you copy that, gentlemen. I understand what you understand. Okay. I understand what you understand, and I did not mean to come across so bold, but Maliki is the last thing that I'm thinking about. It's the last thing that Donald Trump is thinking about. It's the last thing that the monetary reform is thinking about. And you know who the monetary reform and thinking about, and you know who the monetary reform is. Yeah, and you know who the monetary reform is. It's those four. It's those four that make the decision. And they already made the decision, and you know that they have a set date. The problem is that the date has a tendency to move, but ever since we've arrived, that date has become more settled in concrete. It is possible, like you say, that this will drag out, but because we are there, I know it will not drag out. So let's hope that my opinion comes true. Are you talking with someone? Close the doors then if you're going to do that, please. Then they continue and they respond. We hope so too, Mr. Frank. But yesterday, the leader of the Iranian army was here. So, the leader of the Iranian army was here in Iraq with some top officials. And that guy, when he comes, to guard there, and he's a bad guy from Iran. And they were here, and they met exclusively with the coordinated framework leaders. They met with them yesterday. So I'm pretty sure that was the final push for Maliki. I think so too, gentlemen. We talked about the army yesterday. They were trying to get army people from Iran into Iraq's army. Remember, we talked about that. So I believe that this is the last push, the desperate push of their military to come over and say, get him in there. Get Maliki in there. We're dead. You're already dead. So that's the framework, and they met with him yesterday. So I'm pretty sure that was the final push for Maliki. So that's why we say be prepared. Maliki will be nominated, but he won't be voted in or he'll be blocked. Notice this is the fourth time at the end of their report that they admit, yeah, we're going to get rid of him, but man, it's going to take time. No, we don't have time to waste. If we were, we don't, no, I'm sorry, we don't have time. To which I say, correct. That is correct, gentlemen. We are in the process of blocking Maliki, and it's going to be very devastating when it comes. Everything that I'm saying to you is just strictly in my opinion. How do you like my blue shirt? That's my opinion. Continuing. Frank, we definitely understand that. Trust us, Mr. Frank, that they have a blocking process in order. And if push comes to shove, we talked about this about maybe a couple of weeks ago with you. And we see some other people starting to talk about it on the internet too. But we talked about it a couple of weeks ago that the current prime minister is is also been talking to some other blocks. Remember? Maybe that he could hook up, they could join together and be more powerful and completely destroy the CF, the coordinated framework. Anyways, we believe that that's going to be the last resort, along with the army, the Iranian army coming over here and trying to get Maliki to become the next prime minister. I think they definitely have enough to block it in the first place, but they know and prepare for what's coming, so they're ready. Again, fifth time that they end with basically a double negative. Mr. Frank, we understand there's a big meeting with the United States of America and Iran on Tuesday. Finally. You ready? What's the title of your UB2B? Give me a number, Tank. Around 3 o'clock today, Mr. Frank, we are now understanding that they've just announced that there either is or there is going to be a big meeting. It is the United States of America and Iran. It looks like it's going to occur. They're saying that it's this coming Tuesday. So we doubt very seriously if there will be any kind of voting on the president until they find out what the United States is going to do with Iran. If they are going to work, if Iran works with the United States of America, or if they don't, I think that's going to have a little bit to come in to say. But we'll wait and we'll see. I think some of this has got to deal with what's going on with our neighbor. Yeah, with our neighbor, because our neighbor is trying to push Maliki in. With our neighbor because and cause problems because they're pushing the coordination framework hard to get Maliki in. And I wouldn't be surprised if until that is settled, a little bit of this chaos is removed before we get some stability in here. But we'll have to wait and see. You're a possibility we don't know. Okay. They know that there's a meeting Tuesday. Iran and Trump. But they don't know how it's going to affect them with the vote, the president, the budget. So, but we will have to wait and see. You're a possibility. You're a possibility. America, what you're about to do, you're you're a possibility that we don't know enough about yet. What is your president doing, Frank? I told you to wait until the smoke clears. Continuing. Omar says it looks like maybe the oil in the budget's going to be priced at about $55 to $60 a budget, and it's selling the project, and it could go over 100 on the market. For the profiteering, it comes down a bit, but it's getting ready to go back. But let's whatever the revenues are, what they sell the oil at, that's when we'll be able to determine better about that. Continuing. Whatever they sell the oil at, and that's all the prices and the budget goes directly to our reserves and so forth. Reserves are already well over 120. So all of this is just oh, it's just ammunition for the new rate. I like that. Then I say to them, gentlemen, get ready. I want you to go here, whatever. Give them this. Just wait. So this was okay. We're close. We're not there yet, but we're close. So around 2:30 today, around 2:30 in the afternoon, Halabusi's on television. He just announced about Maliki. It's a clean, clear breakdown of what the tweet is claiming without endorsing it and without assuming anything about it. This is a tweet report. It's exclusive information from an un from an for now from an unnamed source in Baghdad. Here's what it says. Quote, Maliki allegedly received a phone call from the U.S. Charge d'Affaires. Yeah, he did. Two, according to the claim, the United States side rejected his nomination for the political role that he's seeking. You can't be prime minister. Number three, the tweet says he was warned by the United States of America that the U.S. would impose sanctions on three ministries, including the oil ministry, if he continues pushing for his nomination as prime minister of Iraq. Number four, it states he was given a deadline of Monday, February the 16th, mañana, to announce his withdrawal. Number five, if he refuses, the coordination framework may publicly withdraw him. They got no choice. They have orders. But if they feel they have a choice, then they have sanctions. And we leave. Frank, this is a single social media claim. It's all over the place. It was just released. Now, granted, it is not an official announcement. Tweets like this often mix political pressure and speculation. Now, the U.S. Excuse me. Now until we have a major announcement that Iraq and the United States government are confirming these threats. We have to wait, but it is given to us as a tweet. We are so glad your president did this. Glad your president did this because they know CF gonna nominate Maliki just like we said. That's amazing. He did this. How many times did I tell them, wait till the smoke clears? Can you tell me? How many times did I have to put up with all of the insults? Did you count them? How many times did I tell Eddie and everybody over there, you don't know what we're doing and I can't tell you? A few times. You see how it works with me and my teams and you? We're so glad that your president did this. I mean, we were crapping our pants all last week. It was the end of the world. Yeah, for you. But I held your hands. There's more, by the way, gentlemen. You're going to find out. They have until Monday to drop his name, Frank, the CF, or they're going to be hit with big sanctions. That will just destroy them. This is very smart. Your president is doing this. Now, Mr. Frank, we're glad to see that your president put a time limit. Did you notice that? They got until tomorrow. Now, oh, I wish I could talk about that. What time is it? 4:30. Oh my goodness, I got to hurry up. Now, Mr. Frank, we're glad to see that your president put a time limit, and it's kind of interesting, you know. Remember what we were talking about? And you put a time limit and he put a time limit was for Monday, the 16th for the coordinated framework to drop Maliki's name. Yeah, that would be amazing if they do. I believe he's doing that. Your president is doing that because now that the courts are about to get involved, wow, that's going to really be pushing it. You're Trump, our courts involved in this president thing. The courts can go ahead and announce who they want without the fear of Maliki. We've got you behind us, just like you said. He he becoming a prime minister. So I'm pretty sure that's all going to come into effect because the warning that your president put out today, he said you only got until the 16th to drop the name of Maliki on them. So I'm pretty sure they better drop his name by tomorrow if they don't want some bad stuff to hit on them. What's the title of your UB2B? Trump. To which I said, okay, gentlemen, I think I can talk to you now. Okay, gentlemen, let me pick up where I left off. The barrel of oil did suffer a little bit in the last few months, but due to the tension with Iran, it's gone up a little bit more between 55 and 60. But your budget is actually set at $17. But if you raise the value of your currency, that takes care of everything, doesn't it? Now, yes, like I kept telling you, we are doing a lot of meetings with Iran. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say we're doing a lot of meetings every day? People don't know. People don't need to know. Like I was telling you, we're doing a lot of meetings with Iran every day now, and they are scared to death of what we are telling them. And that's why I held your hands constantly, telling you, don't lose hope, don't lose faith in my president. I can't tell you everything that he's doing, but you can see what he's doing against Iran. Continuing, they say, did you get to see where he put out, your president put out a warning to the framework about Maliki nominating announcement by the 16th? And if they don't, they're going to be severely punished, Frank. Did you read that part we sent to you? To which I said, laughing out, laugh, laugh. Okay. I am now at the part where you are saying that Maliki got a call from the United States of America. Here I'm at the part where you say he got a call from the United States. I know. I know. And that's the reason why I've been trying to lift you and to tell you to wait until the smoke clears. And that's why I've been holding your hand all this time and supporting you, because we knew what he was doing. I believe that we will see that government form this month, maybe next week, especially if the courts tell Parliament step aside. And as you know by now, what is the driving force behind all of this amazing accomplishment of your monetary reform? The answer is, what is the reason for all of this driving force of your monetary reform? The answer is Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Continuing, to which they said, yes! They know now. My job will be easier from this point on. I know it's not an official statement yet, gentlemen, but just like you said, we're all glad that our president made this announcement public. He's been talking to them behind closed doors, telling them all kinds of stuff. That was one of the things that they told him. So we can all feel rest assured that this rumor is more of a fact, because we are not going to let Maliki nor the CF dictate your future. Absolutely not. We are jealous of you because nobody else will protect you. Continuing. Yes, gentlemen, Maliki's name will be dropped from your political scene like a hot potato. In fact, he's already been removed by his own people. And when you see that some of the CF people are saying we want to put Maliki in as prime minister, it's because those people are paid by Maliki to say stupid things like that. But the fantasy world, but their fantasy world is coming to an end. The moment that your new government is announced with your new exchange rate, that ends. Yes, gentlemen, I did see where you said that they have until the 16th tomorrow to get everything going. And may I suggest, gentlemen, that it better be done. I mean, it better be done tomorrow. It better be done, because this is a demand from Donald J. Trump. It's not a request. He is very serious about sanctions and more tariffs, and he's also very serious about the threat that if we walk away, we will leave you alone, and we'll leave you alone to deal with Iran by yourself. That should be enough to scare the vote out of you. That should be enough to scare the vote out of you. Not President tomorrow, Frank. It's the dropping of Maliki's name. Whatever. It all leads to the same thing. Continuing. Gentlemen, before you leave me, I want you to go to this place. Sit there and wait. Ooh. Hold on. So remember when I started at 3:30 something and I said that, sure enough, we're sitting on the news that the United States and the government officially has told the truth that your people and to tell your people of the United States of America, to tell your audience, to tell them that we will be sanctioned and we will be issued against Iraq starting next week, and there are financial problems that Iraq will face, and it will be left with we will be left without dinars because we have no dollars. And tell them that cooperation with the United States will be frozen, and that's what's coming. Don't mock the people and sit in closed rooms discussing amongst yourself. It went on and on, Frank. They're telling us all what they said, and said that the government, however, must tell the people the truth now. And they were all in tears, apart poverty and hunger. We're in tears of hunger. People reach. People are reaching to the United States. They have reached. We've reached rock bottom, and we'll fix this. This needs to be fixed immediately. He said the letter also stated that the Iraqi financial situation would be disastrous and folks are occupying the premise. Wow. Also, TV is showing that high ranking delegation from Kurdistan regions is coming to Baghdad to oversee the shares of the government officials. Wow. Government officials are telling Iraqi citizens the truth about your monetary reform, that you need the new exchange rate. Wow. I tell you what, we're going to stop right here because this is good. We need to figure out what's going on right there. There is a statement. It's on the television, but it's also it starts out. It's a letter that's being read on the television about what the U.S. and how the what the U.S. is doing. And wow, the truth is coming out. We are done. Hold on, they just sent again. Yeah, this. They better do it, Frank. They better do it. I'm gonna stop. If you study the Iraqi dinar with me, God bless you. I hope you learned a lot. There's a lot of information here. So let's see what happens tomorrow if they drop Maliki like a hot potato. Okay? And if you stick around for bank stories, put your seatbelts on. Get ready for a powerful bank story that I'm about to give you. I'll see you in about 30 seconds. Bye bye. This is good, man.